my first price target for Solana's native token called SOL in 2025 is SOL at the price of $550. Now, even though that's not financial advice, not a guarantee, why is that? It's because I believe that Solana is one of the best layer 1 blockchains out there. And before anyone accuses me of jumping on the hype train when it comes to Solana, that's actually not the case. Because if you take a look back in history, I actually started talking about SOL when the price was around $20. And at that time, everyone didn't believe in it. So yeah, I believed in it when a lot of people didn't. But why would I not at that time? And even right now, it's because I think when it comes to Solana, it's just much better than something like Ethereum. You got to think about this, right? Everyone thinks that Ethereum is the best layer 1 blockchain out there. But how can it be? It has sky-high gas fees. And also on top of that, it's arguably not even scalable. What's the point in that? I would much rather prefer something like Solana. Very low gas fees, and it's even very scalable too. It's a no-brainer pick for me. Now, granted, Solana doesn't have the ecosystem like an Ethereum, for instance, but I think fundamentally it's just a lot better. And let's not forget, Solana is currently powering tools and integrations for companies all around the world, such as, for instance, Brave, which I think is very amazing. You take a look at Discord, everyone knows that. Google, shout out to Google. Also on top of that, we take a look at Shopify, Meta, hashtag Mark Zuckerberg, if you know, you know, and even Circle as well. Now, Circle, this is a very big deal because some people, they may think, oh, wow, the name's kind of corny. But that's not the case. They're actually the creators behind USDC, the stablecoin. So when you think about it, they're the real deal. However, if that's not even enough for you, we take a look at how there's already over 29 million fee-paying accounts. This is all time, by the way, on Solana. And it even has been able to mint over 340 million NFTs. I mean, that's insane. Also, let's not forget, right? When it comes to the NFT market, I think it has a lot of potential. You got to think about how, according to Grandview Research, the NFT market is predicted to be worth over $200 billion by 2030. When you think about it, the NFT market, clearly, it's far from over. And I think Solana, they understand this, which is why I think that, they're showing this statistic off on their website, because if they didn't care about the NFT market, they wouldn't be doing that. They believe in the future of NFTs. I believe in it as well. And I think that better days are still ahead. And also Solana, it's highly energy efficient. You take into consideration how its net carbon impact is 0%, which, by the way, is the same as something like Algorand. And as we all know, Algorand, it's another amazing layer 1 blockchain. And I think this right here is going to give Solana a very unique advantage, when it comes to being chosen by enterprises, because enterprises nowadays, they want to go green. They care about the environment. So if, let's say, they're choosing either Solana or, let's say, another layer 1 blockchain that pretty much has, let's say, the same fundamentals, but then, for instance, this blockchain doesn't have, a net carbon impact of 0%, but Solana has, I think that naturally that's going to give Solana such an amazing advantage. I think, if I'm an enterprise, let's say, that cares about the environment, I'm hands down going to choose something that has a net carbon impact of 0%, in this case, Solana. So when it comes to Solana, I think it pretty much ticks off the boxes, which is why it's doing so amazing. But I still do believe that it could do a little bit better during this bull run. At least that's the way I view it. So at the price of $550 when it comes to SOL, I don't see why not. I think it's that amazing and I think it's that fantastic. Now, my second price target is SOL at the price of $650, which some people may think is crazy, but I don't think so, because if SOL were to reach that price, considering its current circulating supply, at that point, market cap would be around $300 billion. Now, okay, this sounds insane. Again, I get it, but keep in mind, something caca like Ethereum at one point reached over $550 billion in market cap back in 2021. I mean, come on, man. Ethereum is nowhere near as good as Solana, let's face it. Now, again, the ecosystem is better, I would say, but you get my point, right? It's just fundamentally not as good as something like Solana. So if something like Ethereum can go to over 550 billion in market cap, why can't something like SOL at least go to around 300 billion? I'm not saying it's going to go to 50 billion or something crazy like that. I'm just saying 300 billion, why not? And now my final price target for SOL is SOL at the price of $750, which some people, again, may think is ridiculous. But here's the thing. As of right now, there's nearly 600 million crypto owners, according to Crypto.com research. That's more than ever before in history, by the way. And this is nearly double the amount that we saw back in the peak of the 2021 bull run. We got to think about this, right? Back in the peak of the 2021 bull run, there was roughly only around 300 million crypto owners. Now we have nearly double that amount. Also, on top of that, there's more institutional investors, when compared to back then. So I really do believe that the sky's the limit. And Bitcoin, isn't even at the price of $100,000 yet. I don't know why everyone's saying that, oh, wow, the bull run's over, things are going to go to zero. I don't understand this. It's far from over in my opinion. So when I consider all of those factors, I don't see why SOL won't hypothetically go to the price of $750 during the peak of this bull run. Now, usually, historically speaking, altcoins, they peak anywhere between 6 to 18 months after a Bitcoin halving event. Now, the Bitcoin halving event happened back in April, so 6 months is October this year, 18 months is October next year. Now, some people out there, they may think, wow, this is kind of a long time. But here's the thing. I don't think it's so bad because if there's more time for me to accumulate, why is that such a bad thing? And of course, 6 months, it's a very extreme example. 18 months, it's another extreme example. But if we take a middle ground approach, that's 12 months, which is a year. That would be, of course, April of 2025, which is why I titled this video, 2025 price targets, because I'm taking a middle ground approach. But again, even if it's that time, I wouldn't mind because more time for me to accumulate, why not? And of course, my strategy is very simple. Dollar cost averaging. I've been dollar cost averaging into SOL ever since the price of around $20. So can you imagine the patience I had, at those times when everyone kept saying, wow, Solana's done, it's caca, it's trash. I kept maintaining my strategy and I didn't veer off from my plan. Anytime I earned income, I was acquiring, I was holding, and I'm just waiting. I'm still waiting, right? I didn't, just randomly exit and be like, yeah, nah, I'm good. No, that's not the case because I still do believe that SOL could do a little bit better. Now it's already done very amazing. But again, I don't think it's the peak of the bull run yet. And SOL at the price of $750 wouldn't surprise me whatsoever during the peak of this bull run. I think it's that amazing. And I think it's that fantastic. And make sure to subscribe if you gain value from this video. I'd greatly appreciate it. And also on top of that, make sure to check out this very fantastic video. I think you all would really love it. It's Mali the Captain, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.